Everyone in our dorm was queer, except for Allen Payne. He always kept his distance from the three of us, especially from me. Indifferent. The others joked that Allen Payne was straighter than steel. But I knew better. He was the most bent of us all. Because we used to date. And when he coaxed me into kissing him back then, he sure as hell wasn't acting like this. Welcome to History Channel. Subscribe to follow all our latest adventures. Story begins. After military training, the academy suddenly reassigned our dorm rooms. The 3 roommates I'd grown close to were scattered to other rooms. And the 3 new ones I got? 2 I barely knew. 1 was pretending not to know me at all. During our first dorm night talk, Brandon Selton suddenly said, "Hey, just so you guys know, I like guys." To avoid any misunderstandings, I thought I'd be upfront. If anyone's uncomfortable with that, just tell me. I'll keep my distance. Victor Carson, in the bunk next to him, immediately chimed in. "No worries, I'm gay too." "So, are you a top or a bottom?" I blurted out, "Actually, me too." And then, like an idiot, added, "Great. We're all gay. That's a relief." Right then, Allen Payne, lying across from me, suddenly shot me a glare. His voice was ice cold. "I'm not." All eyes turned to him. He stiffly added, "I don't like guys." I stared at him, stunned. Couldn't even form words. What a damn faker. Back during the summer after our college entrance exams. When he confessed to me, why didn't he say he was straight? When he begged me to stay the night, why didn't he mention he wasn't into guys? When he sweet-talked me into getting matching couple tattoos, where the hell was his straight man act then? I still have his bite mark tattooed on my thigh. I'll get him back. Someday. That night, the more I thought about it, the angrier I got. I hid under my blanket and pulled him out of my block list. "You piece of shit. Where was your 'I don't like guys' speech when you were begging me for a kiss? Did forgetting your roots become your life motto or something?" His phone wasn't on silent. My messages made it buzz nonstop. I paused. It's been half a month since I blocked him. And he didn't block me back? After all that happened, he still kept me around? What the hell was he thinking? Then a message popped up from him. It was a class schedule. I shot back a couple of sarcastic texts. Wow, good student behavior at its finest. And then blocked him again. That night, my dreams were a mess. All of them were about the times Allen Payne and I were together. After we submitted our college applications, our years-long rivalry came to a halt. At a friend's suggestion, we clinked glasses, symbolic of letting the past go. I got totally drunk, thinking, we'll never see each other again anyway, might as well mess with him one last time. I grabbed him and kissed him. Everyone there was stunned. I barely remember the details of that night, but I do remember the faint scent of mint on him, and how soft his lips were. Somewhere in my notebook I had scrawled, "Take note, even the toughest lips go soft when you kiss them." When I woke up the next day, I had a boyfriend. Allen Payne, my longtime nemesis, was now my boyfriend. People still talk about it. About the time I drunkenly kissed my rival and somehow ended up in a relationship with our school's most popular guy. In the dream, I was like some bandit chief hugging my delicate little bride. "Come here, sweetheart, give me a kiss." Dream Allen's expression changed instantly. He slapped me across the face. "It's 8 a.m. Are you getting up or not?" I jolted awake. Across from me, Allen Payne was stone-faced, packing his bag. For a second, I was disoriented, caught between the dream and reality. Guess that's what happens when feelings shift. Even my subconscious knew he didn't like me anymore. I threw on clothes, grabbed my books, and rushed to class. The classroom was packed. The only empty seat left? Right next to Allen Payne. Gritting my teeth, I sat down without batting an eye. The moment I did, he subtly slid his books away from me. I snorted. Dog of a man, acting like he's never known me. Should have recorded all those clingy things he used to do for me. Then tie him up, force him to watch the footage 18 times, and write 10 reflection essays afterward. We've known each other for 10 years. Back in middle school, we were captains of our respective basketball teams. Rivals from day one. Both on and off the court, we couldn't stand each other. Then I heard he was a math whiz, always winning competitions. So I signed up too. Hired tutors. Started grinding math and programming. In high school, we both made it into the advanced placement class. Our grades were always neck and neck. He joined the basketball team. I did too. Then he had to challenge me for team captain. We were evenly matched. Always fighting for the top. Our school's performance skyrocketed because of us. We took turns getting first place in exams, dominating math contests, basketball championships, even state-level awards. The third-place student was always trailing us by 20 to 30 points. That one month we dated was the only time we weren't at each other's throats. But even then, we couldn't stop competing. He kissed me once. I made sure to kiss him 3 times. If he wanted to top, he had to wrestle me for half an hour first. Thinking back, I guess we're returning to how we were. And sure enough, when he found out I'd joined the youth volunteer club, he signed up the next day. I submitted a student council form. He did too. I secretly joined a debate competition. He showed up on match day as the second speaker for the opposing side. In the dorm, he was colder than ice to me. With the others, he was at least polite. With me, just glared. Nothing else. One night, I got hungry and messaged him asking if I could have his cup noodles. I even sent him money. Had the seasonings ready to go. The guy paused his shower, burst out of the bathroom still covered in bubbles, wrapped in just a towel, and snatched the noodles out of my hands. We had a huge fight. I chased him all the way back to the bathroom to argue. Didn't win the fight. Ended up giving him a damn back scrub. What a clingy, ghost of an ex kind of bastard. Something's definitely off between us. The dorm guys noticed first. Brandon Selton quietly asked me if something was up with me and Allen Payne. I brushed it off. We've been rivals since forever. We've never gotten along. This is probably the most natural state of things right now. Brandon Selton tried to comfort me. But you two really shouldn't fall out too badly. I mean, you're gonna be living together for the next 4 years. I let out a long sigh. As if making up with him was that easy. As if I even had a say. Things shifted sooner than expected. Brandon Selton and Victor Carson became inseparable. They shared a birthday and were both raging gays. By Friday night, the two of them had run off to a gay bar to drink. That left just me and Allen Payne in the dorm. The atmosphere was weird. Stupidly weird. And maybe I was just being stupid. Out of nowhere, I asked Allen if I could use his premium video account. He didn't say a word. Just handed over the login. I picked a horror movie. 10 minutes in, I was spooked. So I went back to him. Allen Payne, I just watched this horror movie and it freaked me out. Could you, maybe come with me to the showers? It's summer. Boys sweat a lot. Skipping a shower for even one day feels gross. But the main character in the movie got killed. In the bathroom. I was way too scared to shower alone. And Allen was the only one around. So I turned to him. He let out a cold laugh. Stan Hardwick, he said, save your cheap tricks. I told you, I don't like guys. Especially not you. Stop wasting your energy on me, or you'll regret it. I was pissed. Without even thinking, I grabbed his face and kissed him. My hands didn't stay still either. A few moments later, I had a firm grip on a certain part of him. Oh, you don't like me? I sneered. Then why are you so excited from just one kiss? Allen's face flushed from black to red. His voice thick, sticky with restraint. Let go. I lifted my chin proudly, my whole spine straightening like a winning general. Not letting go. This is blackmail material now. Oh, it's blackmail all right, he growled. And a handle, if you're gonna hold it, fine, but why are you shaking it? Sorry, instinct. Muscle memory. Too late now. Suck it up. By the time I realized what I'd gotten myself into, it was already too late. I shouted, panicking, stop, stop, stop. Allen didn't listen. He lifted me up, shoved my shirt into my mouth, and muttered darkly, if I hear one more Donald Duck squeal, I swear to God I'll fuck you senseless. Later that night, I crawled off Allen's bed on trembling legs. Absolutely furious. That bastard. Talks a big game about not liking guys. But he sure didn't hold back in bed. Every damn position. I won't let him get away with this. Even when I drifted off. My dreams were full of us arguing. Just like always. Only this time, somewhere in the middle of the yelling, he'd suddenly lean in and kiss me. When I woke up, the dorm was empty. I exhaled in relief. Thank God he wasn't here. Would have been so awkward. Picked up my phone and saw over 99 unread messages in the group chat. It was our little dorm group. Brandon, Victor, and me. Because Allen insisted he wasn't into guys. Brandon made a separate group without him. He'd share pics, memes, must-visit food lists. You know, gay stuff. Today's batch? Spicy. Tons of shirtless dudes with amazing bodies. I tried saving one to myself to browse later, but hit the wrong button. Sent it to Allen. Realized the mistake, panicked, and immediately unsent it. Good news? Within 2 minutes. Bad news? He saw it. He replied with a question mark. I didn't answer. A few minutes later, the dorm door opened. That was definitely Allen's footsteps. I don't know what possessed me, but I dove under the blanket and pretended to be asleep. The next thing I felt was him yanking the bed curtain open. He reached in and scratched my chin. Cut it out. Come eat. I bolted upright. That video? Brandon sent it. I didn't ask for it or anything. He didn't say a word, just looked at me calmly as he stuck a straw into a cup of soy milk. I added quickly, seriously, I didn't even look at it. That guy's body? Nothing compared to yours. Allen suddenly chuckled. Who asked you? I don't know why, but seeing him laugh like that made my heart skip a beat. He's always so stone-faced. But when he smiles, those twin dimples appear, soft, perfect little dimples. It's something I discovered when we were still together. I used to poke them with my fingers. Call him sweetie. At first, he hated it. But when I stopped calling him that, he actually got mad. It had been ages since I'd seen that smile. I was so stunned I reached out automatically, tried to poke his dimple again. He dodged. My finger ended up in his nostril. I meant to apologize, really. But instead I blurted out, "Huh, a scallion up a pig's nose. You look ridiculous." Shut up. It's been 2 full days since I last saw Allen Payne while awake. Every time I return to the dorm, he's either already gone or hiding behind his bed curtain. Honestly, I do feel guilty. I crossed the line. Thank God fall breaks here. Time to head home. Even though I live in the same city, this would be my first time back since term started. Tuesday night, I packed everything up. Even planned an outfit. Black off-shoulder tee with a silver chain necklace. Khaki cargo shorts. Apple over-ear headphones. Latest AJ sneakers. Vibe. Artsy, chill, and very me. To top it off, I slapped a giant tiger dragon tattoo sleeve sticker on my arm. As soon as I stepped onto the subway platform, I saw Allen. Even in a crowd, he stood out. What caught my eye? He was dressed almost exactly like me. Was this couple's fashion? Did he do this on purpose? Was he secretly still into me? But then, why did he suddenly dump me? If I'm remembering right, we'd only been dating for a month. He just said it was over. I got mad. Didn't ask questions. He said, break up. I said, fine. But unfortunately, we were mid-relationship when college applications were due. We both picked the same school. Same department. Now here we are. During military training, Allen and I pretended not to know each other. But once we were assigned to the same dorm, there was no more pretending. I'd been trying to act like the bigger man, let the past go, move on. But now, standing next to him again, all those buried emotions started to rise. Suddenly, I needed to know what really happened between us. I was just about to ask, when I noticed him staring at my fake tattoo sleeve. There was a flicker of surprise and confusion in his eyes. A moment later, my phone buzzed. It was a message from him. When did you get that? I thought you were scared of pain. That big, did you cry? Summer vacation. We had gone to a tattoo studio together. I did cry. Not proud of it, but hey, I've always been bad with pain. As a kid, It used to take both my parents to hold me down for vaccinations. But for Allen Payne, I forced myself to sit still. The tears, though? They came on their own. He even got teary-eyed watching me sniffle, and apologized the whole time. I ended up comforting him instead. Sure, the tattoo idea was his. But I agreed. That part was on me. So I quickly replied, "It's a temporary sticker." He started typing for a long time. Then finally sent, "I want one too." Fine. Can't say no to him. I pushed my way through the crowd until I reached him, pulled out the other leftover sticker from my bag, and, like it was second nature, pressed it onto his arm. He looked down at the pink Hello Kitty. "This the right one?" I elbowed him. "I only got these two from a second-hand group. That one was for Pudding. Don't act all picky when you're getting it for free." His face darkened. "Who's Pudding?" Once the sticker was on, I admired his arm proudly. "The perfect. Totally fits your brand." He asked again more pointedly, "Who's Pudding?" I pulled out my phone and showed him a photo. Pudding's the hairless cat my mom rescued from a cat cafe. Mom used to hate Hispanics cats, said they weren't cute like regular kittens. But the last time she visited the cafe, most of the cats were aloof. They all clung to customers who brought treats and toys. Only Pudding walked over and climbed into her lap, kneading gently with her paws. Mom found out later that Pudding was often isolated. Other cats avoided her, and no one wanted to adopt her. So she paid $2,000 to take her home. We were deep in our conversation when a girl suddenly walked over. She smiled sweetly at Allen Payne. "Hi, could I add you on WhatsApp?" Allen didn't even blink. No. The girl seemed like she wanted to push it further. But Allen reached over, yanked me into his chest, and kissed me square on the lips. "Sorry, my wife gets jealous," he said with a grin. "He's pretty mean, and I'd rather not be sleeping on a keyboard tonight." Then he nudged me with his elbow. "Say something, honey." The entire subway car fell silent. It was rush hour. Holiday traffic. We were packed in so tight you couldn't slip a sheet of paper between people. I could feel the stairs drilling holes into my back. Seriously, why was I the one getting stared at? As I was mentally searching for a hole to crawl into, the girl giggled and turned to her bestie. "Told you they were a couple." And just like that, I realized I'd been played. Set up by a pair of fujoshi. Allen tugged my arm. "We're getting off at this stop." "Why?" I asked. He replied, deadpan, "Who gives a cat a Hello Kitty tattoo the first time they meet it? We're going to a pet store. Let's buy her something proper." I narrowed my eyes playfully. "Ah, Allen's such a softie." "Shut up." Shopping, it turns out, can fix a lot. We bought cat food, snacks and toys, bags and bags of them, then walked home together. Street lamps stretched our shadows far behind us. A warm summer breeze brushed by. I peeked sideways at him, only to find him already watching me. Shit. My heart started doing that stupid fluttering thing again. Earlier he called me wife, in front of everyone. Was that just for show? Or was he saying what he really felt, hidden in a joke? Later that night, I couldn't sleep. All I could think about was the before. We were good. Really good. So how did we end up like this? We didn't have the cleanest start. And the ending made even less sense. Just two people, both completely out of their depth. Right before bed, I messaged him. "Can we talk?" "Yeah. Then see you tomorrow." Okay. I didn't get up until 10 a.m. My bed at home was just too comfortable. Not like the tiny, rock-hard ones at school. At home, I had a king-sized bed to roll around in. And I did roll. Multiple times. Just as I was debating whether to get up, I heard a knock at the front door. Then my mom's voice. "Oh, Allen Payne? You're here to see Stan? He's still asleep." Allen. "Hi, Mom. No, sorry, Andy. I'm at Andy. Good morning." My mom chuckled awkwardly. "No problem, I'll go wake him up." "No need," he said smoothly. "I'll go myself." Lying in bed, overhearing the whole exchange, I wanted to curl up and die. "Allen?" called my mom. He truly lost his mind. Even more insane than yesterday, when he called me wife, in front of an entire crowd. As I debated whether to get out of bed, my bedroom door creaked open. Allen Payne walked in. He caught my wide-eyed stare and casually ruffled my hair. "You're awake. Why aren't you up yet?" "Still sleepy? If you want to rest more, I'll wait." I shook my head. "Not sleepy. The bed's just too comfortable. I don't want to leave it." His face flushed. He muttered under his breath, "Figures." "Huh." I blinked. "Figures what?" He leaned in close, whispering right by my ear. "Figures why every time you feel too good, you won't let me get up." "Allen Payne, you son of..." What a bastard. Where the hell did that come from? It wasn't even 9 a.m. and he was already saying lewd shit. I lost it and tackled him right then and there. That's how we were. Our daily life was unfiltered chaos. And well, since we were already on the bed, we'd fight for a bit, then lie down again to rest. We ended up hanging out at my house the entire day, completely forgetting the original plan. My family had scheduled a road trip to my grandma's hometown in the mountains, and we were worried about leaving Pudding, the hairless cat, alone at home. The plan was to find someone on Facebook to do daily check-ins and feed her. But Allen Payne immediately volunteered. "I can take care of her." He wasn't going on the trip, so he could swing by every day and keep Pudding company. My mom added him on WhatsApp right away and transferred him 1,000 yuan. He tried to refuse. I snatched his phone and accepted the money for him. "Just give me 500 later." "Thanks, bro. Allen just sent me the whole 1,000. Keep it?" I stared, surprised. "You're feeling generous today?" He gave a soft chuckle. "Haven't I always been generous with you?" "Yeah, that's true. Even when we were on bad terms, he was always generous with me. Back in sophomore year, we were heading to a competition together. I lost my pencil case. He handed me his own and ran out to buy new supplies himself. Another time, my grades dropped a bit. My mom assumed I'd been glued to my phone and took it away. So I was stuck going to school every day with one of those kiddie smartwatches. The hit to my ego was brutal. When Allen found out, he bought me the exact same model phone I had. I tried to pay him back, but he wouldn't accept it. So I snuck 4,500 yuan into his cafeteria account. He couldn't even finish using it all. During the last month of senior year, he treated our whole class to milk tea from the dining hall. Every single day, just to burn through the balance. Watching us bicker and laugh that evening, I noticed my mom's expression shifting. Something in her face changed. I walked Allen out after dark. As we left the neighborhood, I suddenly remembered the real reason he came. I'd bring it up tomorrow. What I didn't expect was to return home and find my parents glued to the TV, volume on full blast. The video's title? 3 Signs You Might Be Gay, Find Out Now. Did my parents find out? This was all Allen Payne's fault. I was going to kill him. Thankfully, they didn't ask me anything. I locked myself in my room and didn't come out all night. Allen turned out to be an extremely responsible cat sitter. Every morning, he'd come by to feed and play with Pudding. He even created a mini WhatsApp group with me and my mom, sharing daily videos of the cat. But he also sent me private selfies with the cat every day. To avoid suspicion, I stopped replying to him in the group chat. But my mom, being the bloodhound she is, still noticed a lot. Like how Allen's pinned post in his Moments feed. A grid of 9 announcement photos. Still hadn't been deleted. One shot showed the side of my face. Another was my hand. To strangers, it might not be obvious. But this was my mom. Of course she recognized me. Later that night, as I scrolled through Instagram, I came across a post. It was from my mom. What should I do if I suspect my son and his best friend are more than friends? The algorithm was scarily accurate. It was like the app knew it was for me. Her post read, "They've been rivals since they were kids. I never imagined them together. My son used to complain about that boy all the time, told me how annoying he was, how much he couldn't stand him. So I want to ask, is it really possible for someone to fall in love with someone they used to hate? I hope I'm just overthinking it." Top comment? "Ma'am, your son is gay. This is Enemies to Lovers 101. There's no such thing as pure hate, It always masks obsession. Just pretend you don't know and start secretly documenting their daily life. Please, we need updates. I wanted to comment. Had a whole response typed out. Then deleted it. Parents aren't dumb. They're sharp. Too sharp. They'd picked up on this way too fast. Now I didn't even know what to do. The truth was, Allen and I were exes. And I had no clue how to explain that to my mom. The first day back on campus? 8 a.m. class. Brutal. I sat in class, still a bit dazed. After all that carefree vacation fun, it was like I was going through withdrawal. Allen Payne, as always, was laser-focused on the lecture. I was goofing off. Picked up my pen and started sketching a little turtle on his forearm. Once I finished, I admired my masterpiece proudly. Grinning ear to ear, I looked up, only to meet Allen Payne's gaze, full of that classic, "What do you think you're doing?" look. God knows how long he'd been watching me. I quickly pretended to be busy clicking my pen cap, then turned toward the board to scribble down fake notes. Allen, seeing me act all innocent, casually dropped his hand onto my thigh. Unfortunately, I was wearing ripped jeans today. It's summer, and holes make it breezier. He slid his fingers through the rip and started teasing the skin underneath. It tickled like hell. But we were in the second row. One wrong move and I'd make eye contact with the professor mid-wiggle. I wanted to laugh but couldn't. Wanted to cry but held it in. All I could do was fiddle with my phone and try to act natural. Eventually, Allen got bored and let me off the hook. And just like that, the atmosphere between us shifted, softened into something subtly suggestive. We always sat together in class. After class, we stuck close too. At night, when the air cooled off, I'd change into my basketball gear and hit the court for a couple hours. He always tagged along. Brandon Selton once asked me in private, "So, you and Allen Payne? Back together?" I just laughed it off. Didn't dare give a straight answer. After all, last time we broke up, just seeing each other again was awkward enough. What if we got back together now? And broke up again later? Wouldn't it be better to just leave it as is? Time gallops like a wild horse with no reins. When you're riding it, you don't notice how fast it's going. You're too busy holding on, feeling every jolt. But when someone suddenly stops the clock, you look around and realize, how the hell is it already finals week? Our class group chat dropped the exam schedule. I let out a long, soul-deep sigh. 8 exams in 7 days. Medical school life really is cursed. Even though I'd studied and marked the key points, there was still a mountain of material to review. Allen and I buried ourselves in the library and study rooms day after day. After the final exam, I threw my stuff together in 5 minutes flat and bolted for home. Only when I boarded the subway did I finally exhale, feeling the weight lift off my chest. Then my phone rang. Allen Payne. "Where'd you go?" "Headed home." "Okay, he didn't think to tell me first?" I scratched the back of my head awkwardly. "I could come back to campus now, and we go together?" Allen's voice oozed with mock annoyance. "No need. Just wait for me at the next station." After we hung up, I jumped to my feet and moved closer to the subway door. Luckily, I'd been too lazy to pack a suitcase. Just had a backpack, which made it easier. While I was waiting for Allen, someone tapped me on the shoulder. I looked up. It was Clifford Parker, a high school classmate. His face lit up. "Stan Hardwick? What are you doing here?" "I'm waiting for Allen Payne," I said. "You two still together?" I laughed. "Nah, we broke up ages ago." Clifford sighed. "Yeah, I figured. I mean, after what happened, Allen probably couldn't keep dating you." That caught my full attention. What happened? Lots of people had known about me and Allen. I'd never been secretive about it. Whenever someone asked, I told the truth. Clifford saw that I was genuinely clueless. He looked around, then said, "Okay, but don't tell anyone I told you." I raised my hand. "Swear on it." He finally spilled. "That night you and Allen had your kiss that sealed the deal at the bar? It was actually part of a drunken prank. You were wasted. I was there too, but I didn't take part, just overheard it. Grace Hiller and a few others asked if you were pissed that Allen beat you out again. And you said yeah, complained about him a bit. So they came up with this stupid plan. Get Allen into a private booth. Have you confessed to him while drunk? Then cruelly dump him right after. But then, you went off script. You kissed him. And somehow he agreed to date you. When word spread that you two were actually together, everyone felt guilty. Grace especially, so she took Allen aside, told him the whole thing, even showed him the video. Supposedly, his face went dark. Clifford's words hit me like a punch to the gut. I hadn't known. I had no idea the kiss started as a dare. I was just drunk, blurry on the details. All I remembered was kissing him, and waking up the next day, with a boyfriend. Turns out, I'd hurt Allen without even realizing it. When I finally met up with Allen, I forced a smile and stood beside him. My mind was still spinning with everything Clifford had said. I responded to Allen's small talk half-heartedly, completely zoned out. After a few moments, he pinched the soft part of my cheek. What's wrong? Tired from waiting? Lean on me if you want a nap. It was rush hour, so there were no open seats. We stood by the unused subway door. His gaze fixed on my expression. Worried, maybe even blaming himself for making me wait. I shook my head, deflecting. Just realized today, you're really good looking. He raised an eyebrow. You just realized? Classic Allen. Even flustered, he couldn't resist a bit of cockiness. After I complimented him, Allen Payne turned to the subway door to check his reflection, clearly pleased. His grin said it all. I watched him, heart heavy with guilt, wondering how I could ever make up for the hurt I'd caused him before. I thought about it the entire ride. No answer came. As usual, we got off at the second-to-last stop. It meant walking one extra station home, but we treated it like our version of a casual date. While passing through a lively night market near a big residential complex, Allen bought me a roasted sweet potato. Here, he said. You used to love these in high school. My eyes lit up. How'd you know? I noticed back then. No, actually, I've always paid attention to you. He peeled the skin and stuck in a spoon before handing it over. Careful, it's hot. The first time I noticed you was during that basketball game in 7th grade. I instinctively covered my chest with both arms like an offended anime character. Bro, were you just weirdly precocious? He laughed and ruffled my hair. What are you thinking? I just meant I noticed you. In our second match, one of your teammates got salty about losing and tried to take a cheap shot at me mid-air. You blocked it. Took the hit for me. I thought you were a decent guy. I even wanted to go easy on you. But you called me out for it, told me not to throw the game. Said you'd rather be an honest second place than a fake champion. That's when I thought, who is this tiny firecracker? So full of integrity and guts. Kinda fascinating. His words hit a sore spot. I was a late bloomer. My parents made me play basketball in 4th grade to help me grow taller. I didn't actually shoot up until 8th grade. Even now, with shoes on, I barely scrape 180 centimeters. My height has always been my Achilles heel. I mock punched him in the shoulder, pretending to be mad. Unfazed, Allen kept talking. You were so competitive. Once you realized you couldn't beat me at basketball, you tried to outdo me elsewhere. I signed up for fencing, you joined too. I did advanced math, you showed up there as well. At first I thought you were delusional. Your grades were way behind mine. But then, you learned fast. Really fast. And before long, you were almost on my level. I thought, this guy's a worthy rival. And I wanted to be friends with someone like that. When we ended up in the same high school, in the same class, I was thrilled. The more I got to know you, the more impressed I was. You were so damn good. I took an IQ test once. Yours was way lower than mine. Thanks, buddy. But you made up for it with sheer effort and grit. If you hadn't been secretly racing me the whole way, I probably wouldn't have pushed myself so hard. Genius logic is really something else. So he liked me because I was dumb but stubborn? Why did that make me want to punch him again? Allen continued, voice softening. I've never been the emotional type. But the moment I really fell for you was when you kissed me that night, drunk out of your mind. You told me you liked me. Said you wanted to be with me. I froze. No one knew, but my heart was racing so fast. I had already started imagining where we'd have our wedding. Just as I was about to say yes, you kissed me again. I was so happy. Even after Grace Hiller told me the whole thing was a prank. I never once blamed you. Actually, I was grateful to them. If not for that prank, I wouldn't have even had that 1 month with you. When the semester started, I was scared you still hated me. Worse, I was scared you'd moved on to someone else. I got issues, I know. I've thought a lot about it. His voice cracked on that last sentence. He was choking back tears. I couldn't take it anymore. I wrapped my arms around his waist. I'm sorry. I was really drunk that night. I didn't know about any of it. All I knew was that I kissed you, and the next morning, I had a boyfriend. You have to believe me, I never hated you. You know me, if I really disliked you, there's no way in hell I'd date you. I liked you. Always have. I saw you shine on the court. Saw you protect classmates without fear. Saw how you loved me. How could I not fall for you? I was wrong before. Let's start over. When two people love each other, getting back together is as natural as breathing. Even if the past still stung, even if I still felt guilty, this was my mess to clean up. I'm lucky. Allen never gave up on me. He waited for me. And I'm honored to be the one he waited for. Also, confess early. Because what if the person you like, likes you too? Say the words, maybe sweet love is right around the corner. We're a bit tragic though. To this day, I still have his bite mark tattooed on my thigh. With our studies being so intense, even library sessions counted as dates. Every holiday, Allen would drag me to a private theater to watch horror movies. At first I thought it was to toughen me up. Later I realized it was because I got too scared to shower alone afterward. So he could take advantage. Total predator. Allen Payne's POV. Today marks 9 years with Stan Hardwick. We finally ended up working in the same top-tier hospital. Not the same department, but at least we clock in and out together. On our 9th anniversary, I decided it was time to make things official. To lock it down. I planned a romantic beachside proposal. But he didn't react like I expected. When I slipped the ring onto his finger, I couldn't help but ask, "You don't look happy. What's wrong?" He looked down, pouting. "A crab bit my foot." "What?" "Let me see. Why didn't you say something earlier?" "Stupid crab bit my honey's foot." Stan clutched his reddened toe. "I was trying to keep the vibe romantic, okay? But it really freaking hurt. I knew I shouldn't have taken off my Crocs." So much for a perfect proposal. A crab crashed it. At the time, I thought it was just a small mishap. I didn't realize it was setting the tone. That for the rest of our lives, Stan Hardwick would forever get away with everything. I would spend a lifetime spoiling him in every way I knew how. The end.
Thanks for stopping by. Subscribe and hit the notification bell so you don't miss out on any new videos.